Film out today that explores the concept of true love. Convinced that she's missing the gene necessary to make her fall in love, teenager Charlene Yee embarks on a road trip of self-discovery. Along the way, she interviews real-life couples and people from all different walks of life about their feelings on love.
You want to get married?
No.
Why not?
Because.
It's gross?
Yes.
Do you want to get married?
Say yes. Say no. Say yes.
To me?
No.
Why'd you guys ask her about her boyfriend, Mike?
So how easily do you fall in love, Jane?
I don't fall in love easily at all. In fact, I feel a bit sorry for my past boyfriends, really, because I have got... Sometimes I think I've got a brick there.
No.
No, it's true, because I do save a lot back. I don't usually give 100%. Usually give 100%, but I certainly have this time, I can tell you. But I've always kept a lot back.
Even when you were very young?
Even more so when I was very young, because I just felt as if I had a lot to do, and I wanted to go out and see the world, and I wanted to do such a lot. And you know, the boyfriends I've had in the past, it must have been quite difficult for them.
What
really.
about when you're a teenager? Because that girl that we just saw there, I mean, she's only a teenager.
No, even when I was a teenager, I just knew I had lots of things to do in my life. And so I still had that distance.
Did you fall in lust, Jane?
Oh, lust all the time.
Do you think that was it, though? Do you think that was
yeah,
it?
I
So
think,
were you
yeah.
protecting yourself from getting too involved and emotional, so lust was okay?
Yeah, lust was it, really. I was...
That was all you wanted?
Yeah, I didn't really want the whole shebang, so, she says. And, but I didn't. I've fallen in lust many, many times, but love, I think, is a completely different thing.
You see, I've fallen in love with everybody I ever meet.
Have you?
Right from being, I can't remember, I mean, even when I was 4.
Really?
Yeah, I was always in love with somebody.
Oh.
And I always wanted to marry them.
Oh.
And I always thought they were in love with me. And, you know, even when I've met them for over a coffee, I thought, oh, he's in love with me. He's going to ask me. Everybody, it's just unbelievable. I mean, that's what's been the mistake with my life, you see.
Yes.
I've never known whether it was real or not, because I'm already in love with them and planned the marriage. I met a guy in Cyprus. He was Greek, and I started to learn Greek dancing because I thought that would make him marry me. And then I met a guy that was Italian, so I started to eat pasta, and I can't stand pasta. And then I met a Spanish man, and I got a pair of maracas, and I was going...
Well, you're just literally going round the world.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Anybody, really. Anybody will do. I fall in love.
Were you not frightened of getting hurt?
All the time, Andrea.
But you still did it?
Yes, because I'm in love with being in love. I just
That's
love that
it.
feeling
That's it.
of going... You know that feeling when your stomach goes...
Yeah, but also that feeling when your stomach goes like that and it's not kind of... It's unrequited. I mean...
Oh, well, yes.
Going back to when we were sort of... I think the girl was 16, wasn't she, in that? I grew up thinking you had to be tough for some reason. I think, you know, and that if you were in love with somebody or showed vulnerability, then it was a weakness. So I think I've only ever really been in love once. And that's, luckily, with Paul.
That is handy.
But yeah, but the thing, I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that it's really scary to actually allow yourself to be loved. And a lot of the time, I think you're making yourself totally vulnerable, and I think in order to really feel genuine love, you have to surrender to somebody, and to me that means going, here I am, hurt me. Do you know what I mean? Because you are laying yourself wide open, I think, and if you're making yourself that vulnerable. But when you get that love back, when you open up to somebody and they just respond by just loving you back, it's amazing.
It is different, don't you think? Because, you know, you go through all this time and it's all angst and you feel awful and you feel sick. And then, actually, when I have finally, after all these years, fallen in love with someone, it's absolutely lovely.
And it's different to parental love, isn't it? Because
different.
you've chosen them. You don't choose to love your parents. You just kind of do, don't you, from day one? But to choose to love somebody is fabulous.
Oh, I fall in love... But they all run away. That's...
We love them,
Thank you. You'll run away in a minute.